Hello and welcome to the Art of Cooking. Today we're going to make Mapo Tofu. Mapo Tofu is a popular dish from China's Sichuan province near Chengdu. It has a combination of tofu mixed with meat and a sauce consisting of spicy broad bean paste, fermented black beans, chilies, and Sichuan peppercorn. There are 7 characteristics of Mapo Tofu. They are numbing, spicy, aromatic, hot in temperature, soft and tender, fresh, and flaky. In Chinese it will be 麻、辣、烫、香、酥、嫩、鲜、活. I feel like I'm teaching Chinese instead. Anyways, let's make the mapo tofu. First, make the Sichuan peppercorn powder. Roast 1 teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorn for about 1 to 2 minutes on low heat. Now crush it into a powder. This is optional as some people may not like the numbness of the peppercorn. Make the Sichuan peppercorn oil. 1/4 cup or 60 ml of oil. Neutral oil. 2 tablespoons of Sichuan peppercorn. Cook at low heat for about 1 to 2 minutes. Drain and set it aside. You can use the used peppercorn for other dish or soup instead of discarding it. Mince 4 to 5 cloves of garlic or about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons. Mince 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. Cut 3 sprigs of green onions, or spring onions. Also cut the green parts, the green leaves. Use about 2 sprigs for garnish. Separate the white part from the green parts. This is fermented black beans. This is a crucial ingredient. Cut 2 tablespoons of it into small pieces. So now here's the most important ingredient, Dou Ban Jiang from Sichuan province. This Dou Ban Jiang is made from broad beans rather than soybeans. In case you're wondering, there is a huge difference in terms of flavor and aroma. I'll explain this further later on in this video. Make sure to run your knife over it. This will release the flavor into the sauce. And now, the star of the show. Here I have 1 pound 4 ounce or 567 grams of silken tofu. It's best to use soft tofu. Cut it in half, then cut it into blocks. The size of the tofu is up to you, but I don't recommend you cut it too small, as it will fall apart during the cooking process. So in a pot of hot water, add in 1 teaspoon of salt. Boiling the tofu before cooking it in the sauce prevents the tofu from breaking apart, and it allows the tofu to absorb the sauce. Boil for 1 minute to 2 minutes. If some of the tofu float to the top, then it's done. Now let's make the mapo tofu. Heat wok until it's hot, then add in 2 tablespoons of oil. Add in 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of ground pork. You can also use beef or chicken. For this dish, using beef will give it more robust flavor, but pork is the most commonly used meat. You can also leave out the meat. This dish can be made without meat. Cook the meat just until it turns color, then set it aside. Add in green onions, white part, garlic, and ginger. Turn the heat down to low as we don't want to burn the garlic. Saute for about 10 to 15 seconds. After 10 to 15 seconds, add the meat back. At this time, add in the chopped fermented black beans and saute it for about 30 seconds. Now add in the Dou Ban Jiang. Make sure to saute the bean paste to release its aroma and flavor. This is what it should look like. Add in 1 cup or 237 ml of unsalted chicken, vegetable stock, or water and stir. Make sure to stir completely, it'll turn really red. Add in 1 tablespoon of red pepper powder or chili powder. 2 teaspoons of chili oil, optional but recommended. And 1 teaspoon of the Sichuan Peppercorn Oil. Stir. Now add in the tofu. Turn the heat to medium and let the tofu absorb the sauce. Cook the tofu in the sauce for about 2 to 3 minutes. Pour the sauce on top of the tofu. Don't stir. Using a ladle, push the tofu in a forward motion. Now we didn't add any salt to this dish because the black beans and the Dou Ban Jiang already has salt in it, so we do not need to add any salt to it. However, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar to balance the flavor and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce just to give it some umami taste. Sorry for messing around. So let's make the slurry. 1 teaspoon of potato starch or cornstarch and 1 teaspoon of water and mix. Pour the slurry into the sauce. This will make the sauce cling to the tofu. Lastly, add in 1 teaspoon of sesame oil just for added flavor and aroma, and push the tofu in a forward motion several times to mix it. Now it's time to plate. Okay, back to the topics of broad beans over soybeans. The broad beans have a much earthier taste to it and the flavor is more intense. The darker the color of the Dou Ban Jiang, the longer it has been aged and the more depth and flavor it has compared to soybeans. Finally, garnish the mapo tofu with the crushed Sichuan peppercorn, as well as the chopped green onions. In regards to the characteristics of this dish, to start, the dish is served boiling and piping hot. The chili bean paste and the chili oil adds the heat to the taste. The Sichuan peppers adds a hot and numbing mouth effect and a medicinal flower aroma. The feel of the silken soft tofu on the palate brings a tender and soft texture, while the black beans bring a freshness to the dish. Lastly, the meat gives this dish a flaky texture. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please do try this authentic version of mapo tofu. Just make sure you have a glass of water beside you when you eat it. Please rate, fave, share, and post your comments below. Thank you for watching.